Hello and welcome everybody to another Powered Cube Draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 1. We have now trophied 3 drafts in a row, all drafting aggressive strategies. Gonna be trying to mix things up a little bit here as we try to hit Diamond. Now before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Match the Gathering product, or you want some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks, check out tcgplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also go to heavyplay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you're in the market for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, live pads, all that utilize their special magnetic technology, make sure you go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, what do we got? We opened Mox in the last one. For some reason, I thought I was going to open a Time Walk. I just felt it, but I didn't. All right, pack 1, pick 1. What do we want to do? Robber of the Rich. I said I was going to do something a little bit different, so I think I'm going to lean away from that. That doesn't mean that I won't take Fiery Confluence, though. Fiery Confluence, of course, is a great card. Luris is also a fun card to first pick in draft around, although, admittedly, I've been doing a little bit worse with the Luris decks. But when it works, it's really, really satisfying. And then there's also Oko, Thief of Crowns. Yeah, we're going to do something different. I'm going to take Oko, Thief of Crowns here. I think normally I would probably lean towards Fiery Confluence or Luris of the Dream Den here. But let's go with Oko and take a slightly different approach and see where that takes us. All right, pack 1, pick 2. We have the very powerful Fractured Identity. I like this card a lot. I think I like it more than Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. There's a couple of Reanimator targets in Archon of Cruelty and Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't like taking these cards until I get the reanimation spells first. And then there's also Underworld Breach, which of course you can speculate on if you wanted to do the Brain Freeze thing. But you know me, that's not necessarily what I want to do. Corey Steelcutter, also pretty good, but of course you want to be a little more aggressive. What? You know what? Let's do some Bant Ramp good cards. Okay? All right, let's draft like a sweet Bant Ramp good stuff deck here. So moving on to pack 1, pick 3, we have a Library of Alexandria. There is a Razor Verge Thicket and a Pest Infestation. This does not, okay, this is currently not a good start for Library. I think I might just take Pest Infestation here. Let's try to draft some kind of like green ramp deck here, and obviously the Pest Infestation is also just a nice card to splash. So let's see if we can get some ways to kind of accelerate into all of this. Obviously you don't need to, but I think given that I have some of these expensive cards, that's kind of where I want to be. Maybe a late Birds of Paradise, that would be cool. All right, pack 1, pick 4. That's a Sneak Attack, which would have been pretty good with the Archon of Cruelty. Had I taken that, I could have taken the Sneak Attack here. Crucible of Worlds, if you have a Strip Mine. There's Mox Diamond, which acts as a way to accelerate things, but I really like Mystic Confluence as well. So we are going big, okay? We got a lot of nice, big, expensive, powerful spells. At some point, I will take the cards that let me play this sooner. But these are all really, really powerful cards. So, hey, I like the start. It's a little bit slow. So if I can round out my deck with, cheap interaction like Swords to Plowshares, Solitude is actually perfect. That would be great. There's a Titania as well. I could also consider taking Miscalc because I don't know how heavy my white's going to be to allow me to play the Solitude for free. But I do love a free spell. And honestly, if you cast this card, it's also pretty good. Miscalc is a pretty good 2-drop, though. All right, let's go for power. I might regret this. Look, the way I look at this, don't treat this as a 0-mana card, okay? Treat this as a potentially free spell, assuming I end up with enough white cards in my deck. And then when you compare it to Miscalc, it's not so bad. All right, pack 1, pick 6. There is a Mother of Runes, which, I mean, this doesn't look like a great Mother of Runes deck. There's an Inti. What is this, Michelangelo? You get a food. That seems okay. There's also Starting Town. I could use that just for good mana fixing. I mean, Mother of Runes is like never bad. I don't think I want to take Pending could also be decent here. You know what? I'm going to take Mother of Runes. We could end up like blue-white. a little bit more aggressive. And this card is just excellent to play on turn 1. It's a late Fire Covenant, which is really good. Chromo Seed Shark, but we are definitely taking the Prismatic Vista here for good mana fixing. It doesn't look like the green ramp stuff is super duper open here, so I don't think that's what I want to do, right? There's like an Earthbender Ascension here. Leatherhead is interesting. I don't think I want to be super aggro and play Leonardo Leader in blue. I actually think Talisman of Progress is decent here because we do have a lot of things we want to ramp into. So I think, you know, like obviously Mother Runes and Talisman of Progress in the same deck is a little bit weird, but given our mana curve, I think you can make the justification that this can be a fine card here. Yeah, but we're not seeing like Birds of Paradise. You know what I mean? We're not seeing like none of the good green ramp cards, unfortunately. But if I were to play green, what would I play? There's Bossing Say. There's Once Upon a Time. There's Endurance. I guess I'll take Once Upon a Time. But right now, it's not looking like a good Once Upon a Time deck. All right, I guess I'll just take Underworld Breach. There's like nothing I want here. There's a Sunblessed Healer, I guess. But, you know, look, if I get a Breach 10th pick, we will take it. And if we get a Brain Freeze and some cheap cards, maybe we can make something happen. Noting that, man, we want like Bant lands. There was a Razor Verge Thicket. I think that one, because people don't play green-white all that often, I think that one has a good chance of tabling. And I would, of course, love for that land to table, given our current configuration. All right. This was the pack that had it. And unfortunately, we didn't get it. I guess I'll take a Skyclave Apparition. I don't love Utopia Sprawl. Like, I don't necessarily envision this being a deck that has a bunch of forests. And Apparition is fine interaction, so Lava Spur Boots if I'm hoping for a Nadu, but I don't have one, and Apparition is just like a totally fine playable card. So yeah, looking like, you know, some kind of a blue-white deck here, maybe. Let's take the Dam. If we do end up just playing a much more control-heavy deck, then of course something like a Dam would make a lot of sense. There's a Sunbait Canyon and an Indatha Triome. I guess I'll take Indatha Triome here. It does technically tap for green and white mana. Yeah, a little bit of a weird start, I will say, because green is certainly not open, but like I mentioned before, Oko and Pest Infestation are definitely things that I can still consider splashing. And, you know, with this Flood Pitch Drowner that tabled, there's definitely a world where I just end up with more of a blue-white tempo deck and play something along those lines. Pack 2, pick 1. We have a Strip Mine. Really good card. I think I'm just going to take it here. There is a Thraben Inspector and a Thundertrap Trainer, which are value-based cards. Oculus is okay, and Sarah Paragon is also fine, but I'm going to go ahead and take this Crucible. Noting that the Strip Mine, noting that the Crucible Worlds did not table, so that's unfortunate. All right, going to take the One Ring here. I do love Remand. I think Remand is quite nice. Currency Converter here, also fine, but the One Ring is just incredible. Is there a way for me to, like, exile it? I guess I can exile it with a Fractured Identity if things get a little dicey. I really need to get better mana, and also I need to just get some semblance of a game plan here. Like, this... I don't love, like, right now I'm kind of in between, like, tempo or control. Leaning more towards control. And if I do, then, you know, I might look to, like, cut some number of these cheap things if that's the direction I want to go. Pack 2, pick 3. This is a decision point here. We have a lot of options. There's Minskin Boo on the double splash. Minskin Boo is a very, very strong card. But my mana is looking very poor. There is Breeding Pool, which allows me to splash, which allows me to play the Oko and the Pest Infestation. I think I should probably take the Breeding Pool here if I want to play these green cards, but I will say I really like Sage of the Skies as well. But I gotta respect my mana. I gotta be responsible here, I think, and I'm just gonna take the Breeding Pool. Oh, Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa's gotta be the pick here, right? So Arid Mesa gets us a white source, but can also get us a green source with the Indatha Triome. So just better mana fixing for our deck. Ocelot Pride here is fine, but this isn't necessarily an Ocelot Pride deck. So I think I'm just going to take the Arid Mesa here for good mana fixing. Getting like a blue-white land to fetch off of the Arid Mesa would be excellent. Pack 2, pick 5. There is a Lush Portico, which I think I'm going to take. Nothing here. There's a Cryptic Command. I think that's just a little too hard to cast, and certainly not looking to play Mana Confluence. But by playing the Lush Portico, I can now give up on the Indatha Triome. And so now this is the fetchable land here that I can get off of the Arid Mesa. This is such a weird setup right now. Pack 2, pick 6. I certainly can use some interaction here. I think I will take the Aang's Iceberg. Flash just kind of kills anything. I think it's the pick in this pack. Yeah, this is an odd deck. It's just like a Bant good stuff deck, I suppose. There's Clarion Conqueror, but this shuts down like a lot of my stuff too. Elite Spellbinder is a fine thing to just kind of play out here. Or I can lean into taking like more green cards on the splash. I think I want to stay in my colors and take the Elite Spellbinder. And given this, I think I will now probably just lean into just playing a more creature-heavy version of this deck. We have a Nurturing Pixie and a Deceit, which I can't pay the black on. Does the Pixie do anything here? There's an Ether Spellbomb as well. I don't think I'm going to play the Deceit here, so why don't we take the Pixie? Maybe there's something fun I can do with this card. I'm not looking to play it just yet, but there's a world. Here we have Serra Paragon versus Thraben Inspector. Think I'll take the Serra Paragon over the Inspector. There's another Talisman as well, but I think this is pretty nice, especially with an Arid Mesa, Prismatic Vista, and Strip Mine. So I actually have 3 lands I can get back with the Serra Paragon. So this is like a Crucible Light for the deck. Ooh, Temple Garden, great pickup here. I think I'm still going to play the Lush Portico here, just because it's a Surveil land. But now we have access to like 6 green sources, which is great. Noting that, by the way, we don't have like a ton of blue cards here either. But yeah. Maybe we'll be green-white. We'll see. All right, Sage of the Skies table. I'm pretty happy with that. We don't have a bunch of cheap stuff, but like setting this up even on turn 5 with something cheap into Sage of the Skies is pretty good, and really helps when you're playing against other aggressive strategies. Here, none of these cards I'm interested in. I guess I'll take a Triplicate Titans. Lauren, I don't really love main decking either. Unexpectedly Absent is a pretty decent spell, and we're pretty heavy in white. So let's go ahead and take that. Tireless Tracker, you know what? I mean, my mana is great. I can certainly play it. And like I mentioned, I don't even know what necessarily my second color is here, right? Here, there's an Entomb, Umizawa's Jite. We're going to take the Ajani here. Just a great card. This pack's actually quite nice. There's also a Broadside Bombardiers. But I think look, I'm in the market for 2 drops here anyways. And Ajani is a very, very solid one.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
All right, pack 3, pick 2. There's Aang Swift Savior, which I'm hoping tables. There's a Malcolm, there's a Jace the Mind Sculptor, and a Lorien Revealed. Now, while I do think the Aang is a better card, I think I'm more in need of a 2-drop. And this is really looking like a tempo, more like a blue-white tempo deck at this point. So I'm going to take the Malcolm here and hope that the Aang tables. This is just me recognizing the hole in my deck and filling that hole with a Malcolm. All right, there's a Flage, which is great, but I'm not going to take it. I think I'm just going to continue focusing on my mana and take a Flood Farm Verge. We're pretty heavy. We're just committed to now a blue-white deck with a splash of green for Oko and Pest Infestation. And this is our deck so far. There's nothing really to Urza Saga here either. So let's go ahead and take the Flood Farm Verge for more good mana fixing. Pack 3, pick 4. There is a Marsh Flats, which I can use to get... Man, I wish there was like a blue-white land I can get off of this. What else is there? Cosmogrand Zenith, I don't love. Legend of Kuruk is an okay value-based card, and there's also a Staff of the Storyteller. I don't have that many ways to create creature tokens, though. So it doesn't look that great. I mean, it is still a fine 2-drop, though. Yeah, I think I'm still going to play it. Maybe we get lucky with a few more creature token type effects. But again, taking this because I absolutely just need a 2-mana play, and it cycles. Here, there's a Barrowglyph. That's a late Barrowglyph. I love Barrowglyph. There's also Verdant Catacombs, but I think I have to take Meticulous Archive. It is a blue land that I can search for with the Arid Mesa, so I think that's quite strong here. All right, moving on to pack 3, pick 6. Just looking for Bant cards at this point, not really a Tamiyo deck. There is a Hedge Maze, but I already have 2 tap lands, so not really something I really want. I think I'm just going to take the Abandoned Air Temple. Now, this might come into play tapped a lot of the time, but I think it's a really powerful land, so I'm going to put it into my deck. Here we have Figure of Fable versus Legend of Yang Chen. I think I'm just going to take Figure of Fable here. I feel like my mana is going to be pretty decent with this, and it just gives us another cheap thing to play. Elspeth Stormslayer, yes! This also works with the Staff of the Storyteller, and again, it's one of my favorite cards, actually. Like, it just looks like some dorky 5-mana Planeswalker, but it's a very good 5-mana Planeswalker. So love picking up the Elspeth there. And yeah, we are just settling into just like a blue, like a Bant good stuff deck here. Let's take the Jite. I am lacking some interaction, can certainly play that. Now we're going to take Angswift Savior. And yeah, I am liking the setup here. Now that I'm looking to curve out, probably just don't want the Talisman, and I think my mana is just going to be good enough here. There's a Showdown of the Skalds. I think I'm just going to take Mana Tithe here. Get people with Mana Tithe. Ooh, Cosmogrand Zenith or Ranger Captain of Eos. That's actually really interesting. Let's take Cosmogrand. It makes tokens. I want to do some make tokens things. I'm not going to play Golos. There's the Larcenist. I don't know if I'm going to play that. Hushwood Verge, I'm probably not going to play just because it taps for green. And I want my lands to tap for blue and white. And I think, like I said before, I feel like I have more than enough green sources in my deck. All right, so, you know, we put a pretty heavy emphasis on mana fixing in this draft. We have what I feel like is a pretty different deck. And let's see if we can, you know, figure out the last few cuts to make this kind of Bant value deck work. Actually, I'm just not going to do that. Pest Infestation. I'm just going to separate it out like this. I don't think I'm going to play the Nurturing Pixie. I'm going to put the maybe cards here on the right, including the Mana Tithe. And we got to cut just 4 cards. Okay. I mean, I like this suite. Do I have a lot of ways to draw cards? Not a ton. I mean, we're almost like, we somehow, I told you, I don't want to be aggro, but we're kind of aggro here. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not playing Dam here. I think I'm going to cut the Pixie, maybe cut the Tracker. I definitely want to Mana Tithe somebody. Let's go. Let's play the Mana Tithe. And like I mentioned, I don't have that much removal. It's like, I have some. But I think given that our spell count's kind of low, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think I want to play the Umizawa's Jite here. Gain some life, help me against the aggro decks. I don't think I love the Kitesail Larcenist. I mean, it's fine, but I think it's worse than all the other creatures I have. All right, now we got to figure out the mana. We are super heavy white. Take a look at this. So I want at least 10 white sources. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white sources. That's good. For blue, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. And then for green, we have the 1 forest because we have the Vista. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources. Okay. So the only consideration here is whether or not I want to go 1 more white source and cut a blue source, I think. And I think I will. It's just, this deck's all white. I have like 5 blue cards, 6 blue cards. So 8 blue sources still seems fine. By the way, we have great mana even with this Strip Mine, so I don't mind this. It's a different deck. You know, we started out kind of with like a clunky control base, and now we ended up with this, and you know what? It's okay. This is why you did one pick at a time, and then you just end up with something you wouldn't have expected. All right, now before round one starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a wonderful group of folks also looking to up their limited game. I post monthly videos for the Patreon only. I do monthly streams. Lots of good stuff. If you want to take your game to the next level, check it out. All right, opponent on the play here. Yeah, we're going to keep this. What is the Vista going to get me? I kind of have all my colors here. Going to lead with a tapped Temple Garden. You know, we do have a nice little combo. If they play a creature, turn 3, I can go Solitude something and then Sage of the Skies. That seems pretty good. Kill your thing and make 2/2/3s. It's a Storm Chaser's talent. Do they have a Mox or something? What are they considering? Oh, Abandoned Air Temple. Because I have the Vista that can let me get the basic, I can still lead with the Temple Garden. Next turn, I'll play the Vista. Probably going to get an island because I do have Mystic Confluence as a double blue spell. Pinnacle Emissary, sure. That's kind of scary, I guess. What's the worst that can happen? They got rid of Magda and played Skull Clamp? Oh no. What a start here. Holy smokes. Alright, draw your card, I guess. I mean... This is a completely absurd turn two start, you know what I mean? Alright. We're going, in response to Clamp, I'm just going to unexpectedly absent the Skull Clamp, right? Just put it on top. Tolarian Academy? What is this? Okay, well, you know what? Hey, respect. You just, you know... Sometimes your opponents cube it up. They cube it up. That's a candelabra. That is a candelabra. This is amazing. I always lose game 1. Right? I always lose game 1. This is awesome. Good stuff, HX. The real thing is, you know, what happens if you draw Candelabra without the Tolarian Academy? There's like a lot of combinations of draws that look super awkward. But here, they just played a Nurse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we're dead. All right. Okay. Look, just assume my opponent played like a turn 2 flash and killed me, right? Did I have fun? I mean, my opponent had fun. That was really cool to see. And now you get to see that you're not the only ones who lose turn 2 or turn 3. That was absurd. Grats on our opponent. That was sick. Okay, well, let's see if we can recover from that. Can I mentally recover from this? Okay, gonna keep this hand. I have a Lush Portico. Arid Mesa can get us a blue source. I think I'm gonna lead with Arid Mesa and get a blue-white land that comes into play tapped, because I kind of want to see what they're up to, and I get to at least see them play their first land, and maybe that'll give me some help with how I want to scry. Or surveil, rather. Aang's Iceberg. I guess I'll keep it. I don't want the Temple Garden. So blue-red. Because they could have been like red-white. We had Lutri in our red-white deck in the last one, so... Alright, no play for the opponent. I do have Sage of the Skies, but not interested in playing that out right now. So Grixis, okay. Vivi Ornitier. Ornitier? I don't know. Urza's Bauble. Let's just get that silly thing off the battlefield now. If I draw 1-drop, I can play Sage of the Skies. I don't really want to play the Sarah Paragon without, like, the ability to get any value off of it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I could play it. It's you know, I'm not losing out on too much, right? By like if they kill it, they kill it. And all I lost out of it was just like 1 land. Yeah, I suppose I should just play it. Tezzeret Cruel Captain? Okay. This should be interesting. Also terrifying if they get like, you know, a Mana Crypt or a Mana Vault or whatever. Okay, they got a Retrofitter Foundry. We can deal with that. Okay, you know, honestly, not as bad. Not as bad as that. Oh, never mind. I take it all back. There's an LED. Okay, okay. Well, okay. So that got way dicier. Way dicier. Let's play the Arid Mesa. Let's attack Tezzeret. Now here is my question. What do I want to do? I mean, I kind of want to just keep up Mystic Confluence. Like, I could play the One Ring, but they just have 4 cards in hand. Let's main phase this. Get a Plains. Yeah. I'm just going to keep up Mystic Confluence. Next turn I can double spell too. I'm not too concerned about Retrofitter Foundry with just these lands in play. And so being able to, you know, end of turn I can just draw 3 cards if I need. And then I can go like Apparition, the Foundry, and then play Sage of the Skies. Hopefully they don't find a Tolarian Academy. Expressive Iteration. All right, we'll counter that. Counter, draw. Fractured Identity. Okay. I wonder actually, like, should I be more scared about Lion's Eye Diamond? I don't know. I feel like it's closer than it might seem. Let's just play that right away. I mean, they do have a bunch of mana in play already. And, like, if they play, like, Urza or something, I think I'm going to be more scared of the Retrofitter Foundry. All right, let's get the Retrofitter. But if they play, like, you know, Hull Breacher, Echo of Eons, blah, 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 then obviously I'm going to be sad. But the Retrofitter was giving them blockers. So, can I sack this? Oh, Waterbend, sure. Okay. Pretty formidable squad here that we have. Moonshadow. What are they on? What are they doing? They will show us soon. So considering a permanent into their graveyard, I guess, is the thing. Okay, Moonshadow grows. 3 cards in hand. Mishra's Bauble, so Moonshadow continues to grow. I guess I'm just not attacking with the Skyclave Apparition. Unless I want a Fractured Identity the Moonshadow, but I don't really want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, well, when you don't draw LED with something to do with it, then it's just like a horrible, horrible piece of cardboard. So that's one of the issues with that card. All right, well, we got one back. That was a less broken artifact deck, I'm just going to say, and we're 1-1. Okay, opponent on the play here. Ooh. This is a slowish hand. I'm going to keep it. I don't love it, but I do have a turn 3 Aang, which can maybe get me some of that tempo back, right? Like if they play an early creature, I can still play the Aang. You know, obviously, ideally, I would like to draw like, you know, a 1-drop or something cheap. All right, opponent on the mulligan. And an Indatha Triome. Let's just play this tapped. That's a Karakas, oof. And a Mother of Runes, okay. And we drew a Breeding Pool. Guess we'll just play that tapped. Oh, Oko was certainly a good draw. Ooh, they're in the market for a land here. Are they going to attack me? Nope. Okay. So we have some interesting decisions to make here. Aang is not very good against Caracas. I can probably just play Oko. Yeah, we'll just do that. I mean, that's the thing with Oko, and one of the big mistakes with this card. It just has way too much loyalty, right? For a 3-mana Planeswalker, it's too much loyalty. And, I mean, look, if they kill it, I can Sarah Paragon it back. I am curious what colors they actually are. Black, white? No. Blue, white? I mean, blue, white makes sense. You don't see, like, black, white, and green, white as often. Black, white's okay, I guess. Thieving Skydiver to steal my food. Sure. Okay. Alright. So we have a Johnny. There's a Thieving Skydiver. All I can really do is just keep making food. Again, infinite loyalty, so this is all fine. Do they have like a sword path to exile? Okay, that's fine. Alright, I don't need more green. I mean, I don't really need more anything. I guess maybe green in case they kill my breeding pool. Right? When you don't need any of them, it's like if they have like a wasteland on breeding pool, like, might as well just get the forest. Legend of Kuruk. Okay, that's a very good one. And something I'm interested in killing, I must say. So we're gonna kill that, and I suppose the food token. And then, of course, we can turn this into a thing as well. So they have 2 cards in hand. Target this for 2. Yep. Alright. And then we can go... turn this into a 3/3. Is it green? Okay. In which case, I don't want to attack. Alright, 3 cards in hand for the opponent, but we do have a pretty nice board. We have an Elspeth that we can play. I guess set Elspeth into Pest Infestation would have been cooler, potentially. Cosmogrand Zenith. Let me think about this. That seems really good. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about basically just, I guess they can bounce my Aang. I'm thinking about trying to turn this into a vegetable or whatever. What is it? An elk? And then, in response to them trying to counter it, I bounce it. And then I think I'm just going to put counters on everything. I mean, just save it, right? Just protect it? Alright, 2, 4, 6. I guess Oko will die, though. So is that okay? Maybe I just airbend the token, right? Yeah, that's actually better. So now the Oko can't really die. They're also going to take a ton of damage. They're at 7 life. We can Elspeth next turn to close things out here as well. Also, just to be fair, I mean, to be honest, if they like bounce my Aang, is that really a big deal? I can like trigger the Cosmogrand Zenith again. Okay, Flicker Wisp on Overlord is good. Very good, in fact. Agent Bishop. Oh, look at you! I mean, you're dead, most likely, but... I mean, that was a good sequence. You have to be dead, right? So they... Does this fly too? No. Okay. So they have 3 flyers? I mean, there's just no way they're not dead. I just play this and give everything flying. 12 damage coming in. All right. Interesting that we played against like a pseudo mirror there. And hey, that's where you got to see, you know, Oko do its thing. Pest Infestation also good, so the green splash certainly proving its worth. You know, when you have the mana to pull it off, it's great. Oko is a really powerful card. It's just sometimes it's hard to find the right shell to play the card, right? All right, opponent on the play here. I have 2 planes on the draw, but I do have a 1-drop and a Jite and a Solitude. I think I'm going to keep this. Being able to go Cosmic Grand Zenith into Solitude is great. Opponent leading with Swamp. They might... Oh, Black Lotus? Okay, well, this is Cube. This is Cube. Let's play Figure of Fable. I mean, I guess if they play nothing off of it, I'm okay with that. Tragic Trajectory, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty sad Black Lotus if you don't play anything. Okay, we drew a Forest. Let's go Jite. Just play like some like random dork. You know, a Shieldred. Play a Shieldred. Nexus of Becoming. I don't want them to play that. I guess I can Pest Infestation. Let's see what they put into play. As long as it's not something too busted. Oh, it's an Overlord of the Baelmerk. That's pretty good. Okay. Got back a Caustic Bronco. Okay. Couple of interesting options. I can Cosmic Grand Zenith Solitude. And that gives me a couple of tokens. No, I should just kill this Nexus. Oh man, if I had more mana, I could kill this too. I should kill this Overlord. I don't know what to exile. Let's exile the Zenith. So the reason why I exile the Zenith is the Elite Spellbinder wears a Jite really, really well. Liliana of the Veil. Okay.
Those who get in my way tend to
Okay, I sack a creature.
Off you go.
Crypt Breaker. Got it. So that's probably going to trade with this Pest token, right? The question is, do I want to... If I equip the Jite, I can't do anything else this turn. That's the problem. All right, let's just go after Liliana and take the trade. Okay. And then now we can go... This is kind of tricky, right? They have 2 cards. I can go Serra Paragon or Elite Spellbinder. If I go Elite Spellbinder, I can make sure that I get whatever removal spell that they might have. But they can still probably cast it. I'm just going to play Serra Paragon. Now, if they have a way to kill this plus activate Liliana, that's going to be sad, of course. Yeah, Liliana was pretty good there, along with the Chump Blocker. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with the 1/1. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Well, obviously I am happy with it. Let's equip Jite. Kill Liliana. Kill the Bronco. Play Figure of Fable. Level it up. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll play Elite Spellbinder. We got the Crabomination too. Wow. Alright. Do I want to move this onto something else? No, I'll just keep it on the Paragon. Mox Jet. What is this? Emerge? Okay, they can't do it just yet. Oh, wow. Abandoned Air Temple. Let's see. This costs 7 mana. I mean, I can just Iceberg the Mox Jet, right? And that just means they can't play Crabomination. Alright. Opponent at 4 life. They would need like a sweeper of some kind. Okay. So mono black, Black Lotus. They definitely didn't take full advantage of it, and we are now sitting at Diamond 4. Alright, so lost that first lost that first match to an obscene artifact deck, but coming back, 3-1. Alright, opponent on the play here. We do have a turn 1. Oh no, we don't have a turn 1 Mother of Runes. I mean, I'm still gonna keep this, but I got a strip mine. Like if they go turn 1 library or something. Turn 1 bauble. Honestly, I mean, it depends on what I have. I might just strip the scrub land. If I draw like another land. Yeah, let's just go for it. Like, I don't know what's in their hand, but certainly this should slow them down. And the Meticulous Archive should help us find land number 3, so. We're just like resetting the game and I'm taking out a dual land. Yep, there's the island. Let's play the Archive. If it's a land... Ooh. Iceberg. I don't think... I think I would rather have more lands. So let's get rid of that one. We have plenty of ways to deal with creatures. Alright, blue. Oh, hey. Killing the scrub land actually potentially mattering here. Play Mother Runes. I suppose they can daze me. Okay, Mana Leak is fine. Play tapped Breeding Pool. Okay, so they're all the colors of the rainbow, if you will. I guess we'll take the Vista here. All right, and I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go Aang. Cycling Unearth. What is this deck? I hope they don't have Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay, let's get Plains. I'm just gonna play Aang. Like, I mean, it feels like they have a counterspell. Alright, let's play the Jite. We gotta fight through their counter magic somehow, some way, right? Now, if they have Cryptic Command specifically, that would be really annoying. Alright, so they have Snapcaster Mage, Mana Leak, sure. Let's attack. Okay, so they have all their colors now. And it's really annoying because they, like, pretty clearly have, you know, like, something here. And I have to, like, try my best to fight through all their silly counter magic. Consult the star charts. They're playing some kind of control shenanigans here. I just want, look, this is the one thing that I can do that like plays around counter magic, but it does mean that they can do stuff like consult the star charts, right? It's like, do I want to play around counter magic or whatever limited instant speed cards that they can play? Now, if I can get to 7 mana, that's pretty nice because then I can set up these two. Perhaps I should just jam the Elspeth. I don't know. That's a Ketria Triumph. Holy, I mean, they're just all the colors, I guess. Marsh Flats. I mean, they got good mana fixing. They definitely do. Temple Garden. Oh my gosh, you had a counterspell? It's okay. We got to 7 mana, so next turn we can do both of these. I actually don't know which one like I want to try to bait here. I mean, they also have 6 cards in hand. Oh, Ancestral Recall. Okay, well, this one might be tough. This one might be tough. And, like, I am significantly behind at this point. Although, it's possible. I mean, their deck's also just, like, there's a whole lot of wheel spinning going on here. Who knows, right? Who knows?
Something suspicious is going on. And for once it's
Okay, hang down. 5 cards in hand. They can easily have a counterspell. Preordain, okay. So does this mean my Elspeth is going to resolve? I still think I should probably play Sarah Paragon into Oko. Or I guess I can well no. Sarah Paragon into Aang seems kind of weak. Like bouncing Snapcaster Mage does not seem very good. And playing this into like a potential Force of Will also seems bad. That is very interesting. Because that lets me build like a wide board. Okay. I guess I keep this land in my hand.
Magic that dances around you.
Because of the Liliana. Alright, that was a good turn. Cosmogran into Oko. Obviously, they have 47 trillion cards in hand. Okay, so I have no cards in my hand. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. But you know what? Our board is pretty good. But that was good. I mean, we were sandbagging those cards, and they got rid of all of it. We can still utilize this Oko. I have Abandoned Air Temple. We can, and our opponent's at 10 life. Skull Clamp, go for it. They need a sweeper of some kind, right? I mean, I literally have lethal here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 damage coming in, so. I can also, like, steal their clamp. There's a lot I can do. But I think it's best to just do this. I hope they don't have, like, a cryptic command or something.
Let's broaden your existence.
Orcish Bowmasters. That's good. Definitely good. They're a 1 player land. Sack our 2/2. Shieldred. Okay, if they play like a draw 7 effect, and they've drawn a lot of cards, so if they have one, it's going to be really bad for me, for sure. Obviously, I can turn off the Shieldred if needed with the Yoko. And they get to draw that card. Also, they can sack their Orcish Bowmasters and gain a bunch of life, which is very good, for sure. Like I mentioned, I could have stolen the Skull Clamp. I decided not to. They're at 1 life. Library, okay. Man, that Hymn to Torok was so savage. Okay, so they go to 3. Unexpectedly absent. Wow. Okay. They have 3 cards in hand. Okay. They have to chump with the Bowmasters. Fairy Mastermind. Okay. They have to chump with both. Alright, let's see. Gain control of target artifact or creature you control and target creature in a... So I can give them this. Nah. Let's just... Whatever. Alright. Let's make a food. They have Shieldred with Skull Clamp. And we get to make another 3/3 and attack with 3 lethal creatures. Even if they draw a card with the Shieldred, we're okay. Draw a card. Pest Infestation. Jesus. Okay. Let's target here.
you see the humor here.
2 cards in hand for the opponent. What can they do? I want to kill the clamp. I just don't know how much I want to do the pest infestation for. I think I'm going to do it for 1. Okay. It plays around Mana Leak. Oh, they already exiled the Mana Leak. Well, it plays around, I don't know, some other counters. All right, I cannot believe we won that game. Their deck looked awesome, like multicolored, control, all kinds of stuff, and we somehow found a way to like resolve some stuff through their cards. And Abandoned Air Temple, props to you. Did a lot of work there as well. And Oko, of course. Okay, opponent on the play here. Yeah, this is a fine, keepable hand. We got all of our colors are turned to a Johnny. Opponent on a mulligan. They have a Lutri deck. All right, Raucous Theater. So either Rakdos or Grixis. Looks like, still can't tell. All right, Elite Spellbinder. Let's play Meticulous Archive. Cosmic Grand Zenith. No, I don't think I need another 3-drop. I already have 2 in my hand. I'd rather draw land or interaction. Dark Confidant is the play here from the opponent. Makes sense given that they got rid of the Avora. They probably had a good 2-drop, and Dark Confidant's annoying. It absolutely is. Let's go ahead and play a Johnny. Pretty good against Dark Confidant. They hit Archfiend of the Dross. Alright, well, can try to be pretty aggro here. Oh, Fire Covenant? No, Bone Crush. Wait, did they have double removal here? Oh! Alright, well, that's certainly a start. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll play Elite Spellbinder. I don't want them to play a 4-mana 6/6, so probably going to be targeting that. That's a Pyrokinesis. Alright, their deck is very good against mine, I'm just going to say. Graveyard Trespasser as well. Huh. I still don't want to get Archfiended. Okay. Graveyard Trespasser, exiling some stuff. They play a Blackcleave Cliffs. I can't imagine they're going to attack me here. Alright. Ooh, Mother... Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, that was really good. I was going to just play Serra Paragon, but now I can go Mother Runes into Sage of the Skies. This can get a green-white tap land, or I can just get a Plains. Let's just get a Plains. Alright. Well, Pyrokinesis will certainly be pretty good. They'd have to find a red spell. Preacher of the Schism. 2 unknown cards. Mother of Runes is currently online. Or, sorry, offline. It'll be online next. So they're going to DT for, like, a random red card, I think. And then just to, like, Pyrokinesis away, like, Mother of Runes plus a Sage of the Skies, I think. Or, I mean, that's, like, the best case scenario. I mean, maybe they just get, like, a Fire Covenant or something. I guess we don't have good blocks. Lots of good options for me. I mean, they have... Dothy, Voidwalker. Oh! So then I can't get stuff back with the Paragon. Okay, that's good. Sure. This is a good game. Good game. They're at 12 life, by the way. Okay. They have the Preacher of the Schism. I can go Elspeth and make 2 tokens. Elspeth 2 tokens. This puts us up to 6. They won't be able to kill both. I can just block the Graveyard Trespasser. Takes 5. I can also Flood Pitch Drowner. That doesn't seem great. And Serra Paragon also doesn't seem great. Alright, they hit a Swamp. Seasoned Pyromancer, okay. They made a token. Very close game. They can Dothy Voidwalker the Sage of the Skies. That's pretty good. So let's block Dark Confidant and this as well. I don't need to go for the win here right away, especially because they're going to go for Sage of the Skies. Yep. Like I said, a very, very good game here. I can go Sarah Paragon into Arid... Dark Ritual? Into what? Oh, fair enough. Okay. That was certainly good, but I still got moves. I still got moves. I believe I have a plains. Okay. I don't have a great attack here, so let's just pass. All right, what do we got? There's a Lutri, there's an Archfiend of the Dross that they can play out for 6 mana. They don't have fantastic attacks. When this becomes a target of a spell, okay. Remember, I can also kill the Archfiend with the Elspeth if I wanted. Now, they can choose to attack me with Bone Crusher, but I can just block with Elite Spellbinder and then just replay it, so they just don't have good attacks, I don't think. Let me double check, though. Yeah, they just don't have good attacks. Like, this is just bad, right? Because now I can just replay it. Oh, I guess they get to trigger that. All right, what do I want to do next turn? So if I tap down the flyer, kill another flyer, is there a world where I have lethal? They have the 1 flyer that can block my 3/4. That would put them up to 10. And then they would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I can't give everything flying and kill something. That's right. Oh, Umizawa's Jite. Wow. Well, that certainly made things exciting. I don't know where to put this, though. Oh my gosh, Fiery Confluence? That's crazy. Okay, let's just pump everything. Let's equip. Let's attack. Do I want to attack with the 3/4 life linker or here? No. Okay. And then I can replay it. Okay. I'm at 8 life. I am at 8 life, but note that I can gain life off of the Jite. And the 3/4 also gains me life. This is looking like a desperation attack of some kind. Alright, so remember that they can deal 3 damage to everything. Given that, I don't want to... Something like that. Maybe I needed to kill Archfiend of the Dross. Am I dead here? We'll see. I'm at 8. I'm at 12, so I don't think they have enough here. 1 damage to each creature, 1 damage to each creature, destroy target artifact. Gain 2 life. Gain 2 life. We can play the Jite again from the graveyard, by the way. Oh, and we found Unexpectedly Absent. So we can just kill the Archfiend. Play a Jite. Equip Jite. Attack. Good game against another, like, good Rakdos mid-range strategy. Boom. All right. That was a grind, right? Good value from both sides. They had a Dark Confidant going for a while, and GT kind of broke that open, but so did the Elspeth, and we are 5-1. All right, on the play. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. Can certainly use a third land here, but turn 1 Mother of Runes into turn 2 GT seems pretty good. Just need any land here to be able to play the Aang. That's a Rogrin Triome. Urza's Bauble, sure. I will choose not to attack. All right, I need a land. This is like this is one of those moments, right, where it's like, well, if I got a land, then I'm okay. If I got a land, then I'm looking quite good, and if not, then we're in trouble. Maybe not. We might just be in trouble anyways because they played a Mana Vault here. Oh my gosh, we drew a land. Okay. Lots of options, 6 cards, pay 2 life. I think I'm going to go with Elite Spellbinder here. It just gives me all the information that I need. I know, like, I won't be able to take, like, everything that they can play here. Their hand is obscene. This is a lot of power. There's Aang's Iceberg, Legend of Yang Chen. Each player chooses up to 1 permanent with mana value 3. I guess I have a... I mean, they can play the Ancestral this turn, so if I take it, they have to tap their Mana Vault to do so. They might just play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker here. Oh, Legend of Yang Chen. Okay. Starting with you, each player chooses up to 1 per... It's a choose effect, right? I'm going to do it just because I don't know how this works. Or rather, I don't know. Okay, yeah, whatever. Fair enough. Fractured Identity. It's interesting, at least. So they get to have both of us draw a bunch of cards. I do have Oko, but noting that they do have the answer in Oko to the Aang's Iceberg. But then I have the answer to the Aang's Iceberg in Unexpectedly Absent. So... I wonder if I'm, like, supposed to just, like, turn on the GT and attack. Because they can just kill this. Like, do I care about the equipment, or do I just want to hit them for 3? I think I just want to hit them for 3, honestly. Funny enough. Like, if the game goes long, I don't like my chances. So, because of that, I want to just lean into just getting in as much damage here as possible. And... because of that, I mean, they only have access to the 3 mana. Like, I am just going to attack with both. Because if they play the Aang's Iceberg, they're almost certainly going to target my Oko, right? And so I should just try to maximize the damage that I can get in.
Let's broaden your existence.
This way, like, if they get the Oko, I can still hit them for 4 next turn. Mana Vault's hurting them as well. We're just trying to... Yeah, and I don't think they want me to draw cards because I'm missing land drops. I mean, they have to kill my Oko, I think. Yeah, alright.
Blind, remain blind.
So they get a 4/5 here? Oof. Well, I can't... Oh, I can't even play the Unexpectedly Absent. Alright, well... they're at 9. Lightning Helix? Oh my gosh. What does this do? They can airbend another thing. They have 3 cards in hand. I mean, I can let that resolve, but I can also just like Aang the Avatar. I don't think I want to do that. I can Aang my Jite. Did they draw a counterspell too? Alright, well, you know. Alright, good beats. Yeah. This one is going to be extremely difficult to come back from. Like missing land drops and them finding just like the right combinations of interactive spells there, and they still have a recall and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Avatar Yang Chen going. Just don't see myself winning this game. Like they can just Ancestral into Fable. And Helix to gain them to life too. Just gross. Yeah, we're not winning this game. Yep. Good beats. Thought we had like a little bit of a chance, but yeah, we just got overpowered in that one. All right, 5 and 2. Come on. 2 in a row. Let's go. All right, opponent going first here. We have 3 lands. Man, we're super heavy on white sources, but yeah, I don't think I can keep this. I have Strip Mine, 2 islands, and a bunch of white cards I can't cast. This hand we will keep, and I got to figure out what I want to bottom. There's a Cosmogran Zenith, Pest Infestation, Sarah Paragon, and Umizawa's Jite. We have all the colors that we need. I think it might just be Sarah Paragon. Elspeth, I do not want. It's a good card, but right now it's just I'm not even close to being able to cast it. You know what I mean? All right, Inti is good. We'll play Jite. What do we bottom again? Oh, Sarah Paragon, sure. All right, well, Aang should be good on the Inti. Solitude would be great if I can go like Zenith into Solitude or Sage of the Skies into Solitude. All right, they chose not to discard. Into Glimmer Lens. Okay. So that is an interesting one. 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just going to do this while they're tapped out. Let's just go play this and kill their token. If they want to hit me for 3 off the Inti, that's fine. Keep in mind I have the Umizawa's Jite ready to go. So they're just like Mardu aggro. Alright, Staff of the Storyteller. Man, this Pest Infestation can be really good. We'll see. I don't know if they should have played the land right away. Unless they like their hand and they don't plan on using Inti. Because like if you hit a land off the Inti, it's pretty bad, right? Alright, we got Skyclave Apparition here. They have 3 cards. Now, if they had a removal spell... Here's the thing. If they had a removal spell, I think they would have used it. But maybe they're wanting me to spend my turn to use the Jite. That is also completely reasonable. But you do miss out on damage. So it's something that they need to weigh out for sure. Getting their NT here, of course, if they kill the Apparition, it's not great. But if I get them to use the removal spell on the Apparition, that increases the likelihood that I can stick the Jite, which of course is going to be a good thing to do in this particular matchup. 4 cards in hand. We need lands. We need to not just get stuck on 3 lands forever. That's very, very, very sad. All right, they killed Aang instead of the Skyclave Apparition, which is fine. 3 cards in the graveyard now for the opponent. 1 damage in. And we found an Oko. 3 cards in hand. I still think they could have a removal spell, by the way. So I'm not going to do the Jite thing. So if they kill this, they get a 2/2. I have Oko to make a food, and then they can equip the Glimmer Lens and draw a card, I suppose. Alternatively, I can kill Staff of the Storyteller. If I kill Staff of the Storyteller, even if they kill this, they don't get to draw a card off of this. So that's another consideration too. I think I'm going to do that actually. I just feel like they have a removal spell, or, you know, I just feel like the Staff of the Storyteller is something that they can use to, you know, get some cards back. And now I can just go like Oko, turn this into a 3/3 and beat down as well. So, again, being stuck on lands is just horrible. So, oh wow, they can airbend in Aang here, which is obviously very good. So now might be the time here to get the GT going. Let's put it here. Oh, they can just flicker. They can just flicker the Fire Covenant. All right. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be incredibly difficult to come back from. Fire Covenant is very, very good against us. And my opponent's sequencing things out quite well as well. I mean, obviously, like, our hands are tied because we just can't play anything. You know what I mean? And this Emperor of Bones is just absolutely hosing me. Let's get Meticulous Archive. It's like, now if I have a land, do I even want it? You know what I mean? Elite Spellbinder I definitely don't want. Sheesh. Alright. Well, they got us good. They got us good. I think their mana certainly works, and their Mardu deck, it's kind of like our deck. You know, like we have like a scrappy Bant deck. They got a scrappy Mardu deck with a bunch of good cards in it. And I think they're going to get us here. Just really good, well-timed interaction. And yeah, this is... I won't concede just yet, I guess. I don't know. The thing is, they have Emperor of Bones plus Aang going. Oh no, 2, 4... Oh yeah, I'm super dead. Yeah, because then they can hasten the thing too. Dark Ritual too. All right, good beats. You know, I actually thought we had a really good shot of getting 4 trophies in a row. I actually like where this deck was. We went 5-1, lost 2 decks in a row to, you know, that solid Mardu deck and a decent 5-color deck as well. But you know what? You can never be too upset about getting to 5 wins. We have been turning things around by playing kind of these more proactive strategies. And this one, I mean, we had some powerful stuff here, but definitely a slightly clunky. And also just, you know, we didn't really have any like fast mana type stuff to kind of get things going. Perhaps I should have played the Talisman, but it just felt really awkward in a deck like this. But the Talisman does allow me to play like Cosmogrand into Talisman or Talisman into Sage of the Sky. So maybe I should have played the Talisman here over a random expensive card and, you know, go with something along those lines, right? That's certainly something that's on the table. But 5 wins regardless, and at least this is, you know, I thought this was a cool deck. It's a different deck. We're not like super duper aggro. We're kind of playing more of a mid-range deck, but we're still proactive, so we can still put pressure on our opponents, and I think that allowed us to still get to 5 wins. Now, noting that cards like the Sage of the Skies and the Cosmogrand Zenith are much, much better in the Boros decks because your curve ends up being much, much lower. So as a result, maybe I just shouldn't have played both of these cards. I don't know if I had many other options, though, out of the sideboard. You know, I guess I could have considered playing, like, Nurturing Pixie as another cheap thing to play here just to double spell. There's a couple of small things I could have done, but otherwise I felt like this was a pretty solid build. We just weren't able to take it home this time around, but you know what? That's okay. We had a lot of good games. We went 5 wins. Maybe we can get back to another win streak in tomorrow's draft. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out once again to all of the patrons. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are the place to go to for top of the line, for sealed product and singles for your constructed decks or for your collection. Go to TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you're in the market for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.